So this book tells you that Jung developed his concept of collective unconscious based on African knowledge, especially the AMDWAT, the afterlife immortality thing, the whole thing of the 12 hours and all that. So when you said I'm talking about two or collective unconscious, actually I'm talking about one. The European came and took the African. No, collective of unconscious is purely African. Europeans are not collective. Europeans are individualistic. So anything that is collective is clearly taken from somewhere and then put some lipstick and give it some shape and put some cultural, European cultural tone to it and make it look the way they want to make it look. What? so so yeah, yeah. So it's a very engaging. This one is very mystical. It's like it really takes you into the tombs of the pharaohs. It takes you into the sarcophagus, and then it takes you into the 12 hours, the mystery behind the 12 hours, and the journey of it. It's extremely mystical, because it takes you to the afterlife, what that meant for the Africans and what that still means for the Africans, and the reality of the afterlife. So it's a very powerful book. So if you read this, then you'll understand the whole thing of collective unconscious and where Jung and the European took it from, and then develop it in their own ways that has not much to do with the ways African actually relate to their collective unconscious. So they are silly by definition is pretty much collective unconscious. Yeah. So, but it takes something for you to really be aware of it and accept it as a way of living. It's not a way of living in the West, but it's a way of living in Africa. So it is conscious, unconscious. It is collective. Yeah, that's why. Yeah, that's why I don't. I can see any work art in any African country. I don't need explanation. I'll get it. Then we'll get into the conceptual now. We move from because we are into the metaform, collective, unconscious down there, the primal consciousness, and then we develop that into our storytelling, where we distill knowledge. That's why storytelling is a powerful tool of knowledge transmission in Africa, because that's where now we operate through our mythology, our consciousness, where that has moved up there, and we all connect, relate, because we almost heard almost all the same stories across Africa with almost similar meanings, and that becomes our ideology, because we believe in a certain way of being that is pretty much different from other people's way of being, and becomes now our ideology. So you see the okay, all right. So good. So you say many questions, so we don't have more time, but if you can think of those questions, you can bring them next time, or you can email them to me, and then I like those questions. Actually, we discussed them, and they are more informative.